hands up and I say, everybody.
What up, man? It's your boy Canton Jones. You're listening to Track Stars Live, because we track stars. We keep on track for Jesus Christ all day, every day.
Yeah, back in the field with the Track Stars, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. Alright, so we tackled the Ray Rice issue last time. But as you know, there's been some other things, a lot of things going on in the NFL right now, a lot of crazy topics. What's interesting to me is it almost feels like all these issues that are coming up in the NFL, people are taking them as an opportunity to challenge the Bible. Because they're challenging what we're going to talk about today, spare the rod, spoil the child. They're challenging male and female roles in the Bible. They're challenging... there's something else. Of course, homosexuality comes up and all that kind of stuff. It seems like a lot of big biblical themes are being challenged. And it's not like these people are doing good things, but it feels like they're using it to go the opposite direction and be like, see, that's why the Bible is useless. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Anyway, so the one we're talking about today is Adrian Peterson. And his whole thing with, what did he do? He hit his kid, one of them. He hit another one too, but we're going to focus on one.
Oh, wow.
And so when you first heard it, was like, Adrian Peterson is being indicted.
Yeah.
He's being indicted for a negligent care of a child, right? So people were like, what? I remember I saw Alex Medina tweet. It was like, yo, if he going to jail, my mom would have been in the jail. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people felt that way, right?
It would have been under the jail.
So the problem is that then you see the pictures. And have you seen the pictures?
Yeah.
I recently did.
So his leg looks torn up.
It doesn't.
There's slash marks in it all the way down his leg. Hit him in a sensitive area as well. He was cut up. So then it was just like, ugh.
Yeah.
How old is the boy? The child?
4 years old.
What?
Yeah. And there's another allegation about his other kid when he was 4 getting hit like that too. And the kid was like, yeah, dad has a whooping room and he makes me pick switches. Room. So now the big debate is,
What is that like?
Okay.
the big problem with this one is, did he abuse his child? What does that say about, because I got hit. I don't know if everybody else got hit.
I did.
So,
Mama,
it seems like this is a big cultural issue because everybody who's kind of saying that it's okay are being like attacked. Like, how could you say that?
Well, they gonna attack me.
The only problem is the kid had open wounds on his
I don't know if I ever had open wounds like that though.
Like, that's a little rough. But just the concept of hitting, because a lot of people responding are like, I can't believe you would hit a child at all. And it's like, man, that's a big problem because I was hit. I am planning on hitting my kids. So, like,
I got plans.
I got plans too.
What's the problem? You know
Did y'all see Chris Carter? What he did? Like, he broke down. Like, my mama was wrong. Like, you know.
Yeah,
he was wrong.
He been going
I know.
recently.
Honestly, man, like, I think it all depends on the kid, honestly. Like I was the type of kid, once I got beat, like if I did something and I got beat for it, I didn't do it again.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't like that. But my brothers, on the other hand, was a little bit different. They kept doing the same stupid stuff over and just, you know, it just got really bad. So I understand. Have I ever got beat? I don't know. I haven't got beat with a switch before. I think I did. I can't remember. It was just so brutal. I can't remember.
Well, we ain't got switches on the west. We don't have switches on the West Coast, so we have palm trees. So I don't think palm branch
and hold that joint.
Now that is real. Say it again. Extension cords is real. Cause I caught one of them.
Nah, I never got hit by anything other than a belt. You know?
Lucky.
But you got beat at school too, right?
We were in a private school, so
the paddle thing.
They did paddle.
Yeah, my
real
first
quick.
grade.
So you saying you got hit? Maya, you got hit?
You know,
I think I'm a victim of that scripture. I probably have some spoiled tendencies because I don't really get hit.
He was like,
because my wife didn't
yes
get hit either, so I just want to know where everybody's at.
Really?
Did you get hit?
Yeah.
With what?
A belt, hand.
A hand.
Like slaps. My mother slapped me before.
You was getting fresh.
God, I hope she don't see this video. She's like, oh my God, you saw this video?
I know, right?
And then I did get beat with a switch, but it didn't. Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, I got whooped. with everything, except a switch. We ain't have no switch on the West Coast, but if it was a switch, I might have got it. Yeah, man, I got whippings, man. I ain't gonna lie about it, but I for me, I thank God I got whippings because I felt like I could have been like where I grew up at in the hood. Like I could have been doing all type of stuff, but I was scared of that. Like knowing that whipping was coming, it made me make the right choice. Yeah. Knowing that I was gonna get whooped, like I was around gangs, drugs, all type of stuff, and my reason for saying no was just like I'd be like, all right, man, yeah. Woo, you know what? I don't take a thought. I'm gonna meet y'all next week. I'm gonna go ahead and go home. You know what I'm saying? But it made me make the right decision. That's why I feel like I didn't gang bang. I didn't sell drugs, didn't do drugs. I didn't do none of that stuff because I was scared of that whooping. That if my mama found out about this, it's gonna be over with. So
and the crazy thing about the whooping is that it didn't have an age limit.
Oh, not a. My mama said, "I'm gonna whip you till you're 40."
This is the question. This is the question. What's the last time you got a whooping from your parents?
I was a whooping, or when I got older, because the whoopings kind of started phasing out, it didn't affect me no more. So I think my mama caught wind of that, and so I used to have to fake cry. Yeah. So then they get the hand. So I done got
backhand.
No, I never got backhand. Like the front hand, maybe a fist or two. But
gangster mom.
I got that gangster. Hey, we from the hood, baby. Mama thought I had to throw them tools on them. Yeah, I mean, I was raised. I didn't have no father in the house, so I mean, she kind of had to play both roles, which she did. So I mean, she kind of had to get a little. But I think the last time I got hit, I was probably 15, and that's when it was. After that, that's when I had to have a talk with mom. Like, hey, mom, look, mom. But I mean, ever since though, I haven't, I don't even think.
When was the last time you got hit?
For me, it was 13. I caught an attitude, and my dad's hand caught me as I was walking. What'd you just do? It was.
What made them stop doing it?
I mean, they stopped when I was 7 because I went up to them one day and was like, I have learned my lesson. I don't want to be bad because I was really bad in school. Yeah. And so they took me from public school and put me in private school, and I realized when I got to private school that I was the minority being bad. Like in public school, everybody was bad, so I was like, I'm part of the majority.
Hey man, don't blame me on public school.
But when I got to private school, and they'd be like, you have to go to the corner, you can't play at recess, and I was like, I'm the only one that's not playing at recess. I'm the only one sitting in the corner. I was like, Mom, I made up my mind. I'm going to be good. I don't want to be bad. I don't want to be outspoken in class anymore. And that was when it stopped.
I didn't get stopped hitting until I was 13, all the way up till 13.
Oh, no. I didn't do anything past 7 that was
13. Then I had to have the conversation.
My conversation
I don't want you to do that anymore.
Yeah, that was mine, because I think mine was a slap. It was because I had got an attitude. She said something, I got smart, and she smacked me in the face on the way to school. And I think that was it. I was like, okay.
See, my thing was, I had the wicker belt. You know what I'm saying? And then they put the one that weave.
Yeah, the weave belt.
And then they put that over my doorknob. That was their permanent. So it was like, this is your belt.
With your name on it.
Your belt.
So that was my belt.
Hashtag with your name on it.
So it was always on my door. So, when they came in, the interesting thing about it is my dad wouldn't really hit me that much. My mama was the one, she would get me. Like, get me.
Yeah.
So, she tore me up.
Let me ask y'all, have y'all ever got woken up? Like,
yes. Like, beat up out your sleep? Heck yeah. I think mine was, I fell asleep and I fell asleep on purpose. Like, I knew I was in trouble. And sure enough, my mama got home from her meeting and I was sleeping. I just felt, boy! And I just remember the lights flicking on. And she was at my bed in 2 seconds.
you get the first crack, you start crying, but you don't make no sound.
I didn't even know why at first. My stuff was like small stuff, but I think like the whoopings came, like I said, I feel like 12, 13 was the last for the whoopings, and like it's because I used to lie about stuff, but it always had to do with school. I didn't lie about other stuff. I lied about school, like I don't know, I was silly, but my frustration came when I stopped lying, but I have been lying so long that, everything came out my mouth was a lie when it came to school. Then when I started telling the truth, and she still don't believe me, that drove me crazy. So
here's the question. Is it wrong to hit your kids?
No.
Because the culture is now starting to tell us that it is.
No.
No.
Saying timeouts,
what's
count
that?
down from, you know,
What's that
do a
saying?
3,
If
2,
you don't
1.
beat them, somebody
else will. That's it. I feel like the world today is like, I mean, as open as everybody try to be about a lot of things now. Like, they're growing so sensitive to certain things, but like, when you pay attention, like when I think about the history of certain things that has happened with young people and teenagers, like when you pay attention to the kids who didn't get whoopings, those are the ones who's doing the most crazy stuff. Like we're talking about like how the Columbine kids, how their parents didn't know what they was doing in their room all that time. Like that's a problem.
Yeah.
Like how do you not know what's going on in your own house?
And real talk, now you have children that are not only hurting other children and other adults, but they're like killing their parents. They're like doing crazy stuff. And it's like,
people are not scared of their parents no more.
And I'm like, look now, because that's not cool, for real.
I feel like the age of 15, like that whole thing. When I didn't know how bad. At first, I was riding for AP. Like, man, you need to whoop this kid. You know what I'm saying? They got to learn early. You got to start early sometime. But when I saw the picture, I was like, ooh, that dude kind of. Yeah, I mean, he's 6'1", 230 on a 4-year-old.
He had a room.
And I ain't know about the room. I thought he got a
Which
room.
one of these you want to get hit with today? Which one?
Pick it out.
I'm feeling.
Don't pick the smallest one.
So online we got some. Yeah, I got whooped as well. Royally Me said my parents had a giant fly swatter, and that was only the beginning. Sam said Pops used to spank me with a spatula, got in a fight at school, and got whooped with a wooden paddle with holes drilled in.
Ooh, now that's bad. I had that in.
So here's another thing. The other thing, school.
Yeah,
I was at a
private
school where they had a ruler.
We had a paddle.
They would do it in the middle of class.
Yeah.
Like other people?
Yeah.
No, ours is in the principal office. It's only the principal that could do it at my school.
It was
That was the principal at my.
Oh yeah, we had to go to his office though.
No. See,
it was in front of class.
Yeah.
Oh, now they got
the school. The class. I don't know if it was preschool or what, but it was just a big room. So the classes would just be in corners of the room. So there would be a line in the middle of the room for the whooping.
They had the red line.
So if you got pulled up, they'd be like, go get in line.
So this is crazy. We saw something. I think it was America's Most Wanted, and it's like this cult leader. He was whipping grown people, like they were like grown people, and he would call it the Board of Education, and was like whipping people.
Oh, what? The Board of Education.
Here's what I think that some people take the spare the rod thing a little bit too far, but the warning is there for a reason.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not because nobody actually uses a rod. So the thing is that what does it mean? What did he mean when he put that in the Bible?
Yeah, and
what
I
does
think
it mean?
I think to what my husband was saying earlier, it does depend on the child, because some children, although I could probably count on one hand how many times I got spanked. I remember getting convicted over stuff that my mom may not have even known, and going back and apologizing. There are things certain children may not warrant, like physical punishment.
Right.
For some of them, it is timeout or extra chores, and that's enough for them to get it. So I think as parents, we have to be in tune with our children enough to know what it takes in order to get a certain message or a certain point across. And that's just not with discipline, but that ties into training them up according to how they're shaped, how they're wired. You know, that includes discipline. So
yeah, I agree, because I feel like it's 3 of us. Like it's me, my sister, and my brother, and I feel like we all are a little bit different when it comes to the discipline aspect. Like my sister, she just don't get it. Like she'll keep getting with us probably. My little brother,
how old is she?
She's 16.
Oh, okay.
She's still getting
with us. But my little brother, he's 11 now, but I think he's only got one whooping at a young age, maybe at like 6 or 7, and then after that one,
getting a whooping.
Yeah, like he got. I mean, he got one.
Him like, you ain't go hit him.
Yeah. Oh man, that's me at home all day. That's how I be feeling about my sister ever. I be like, man, y'all getting away with murder right now. I said, ain't no way. Heck, I could have said that and got away with that with just don't you do that again. And I was, man, by the time I finished my sentence, my mom was already across my backside. So that was me. I felt like, and I tried to teach my brother and sister, like both of them, like certain things not to do, or like stay away from this already experienced. You don't have to go through what I went through. when it came to the whooping thing. But my sister, she don't, she had to learn. She got to learn her own. My brother, I think he got it. I think it took that one whooping, and that's probably like 4 or 5 years ago. He was maybe like 6 years old, did some crazy stuff. Mom got to that tail. Now all mom got to do is either get the eye or the hand, and then now she could just, it's just, boy, you, okay, mom, sorry, and it's just quick.
Well, so
hashtag got that tail.
Hey, hashtag got that tail.
Here's some guidelines though, because you also don't want to advocate somebody abusing a child.
Of course not.
The rule is you're not supposed to discipline your child with a spanking when you're angry, because then you're just taking out your frustration.
That's
if you are going to hit your kid, it should be at a time when you've calmed down and you're doing it only to teach a lesson. Because if you just like, I can't believe you broke my shoe strap.
Oh, the syllables.
Then you just syllables.
I got the syllables.
David, Grant, I can't believe you would do this after I told you.
Yeah, exactly.
I've had
I've had the syllables, bro. Broke it down too.
In this rule book, is it? Do you do the whole apologize and hug you now? I love you afterward, or is that corny? What is that?
No, that's what happened.
Oh, did you start off this?
My child was in the mood for that.
No, but seriously, that what happened. I be in there like,
Yeah.
Did you learn what you? I'll be like, I want to talk to you right now.
No.
That's more my little brother though. Like,
see, for me, whoopings drew me closer to my parents.
Oh no!
And I see that with my daughter now.
Until I was 17.
I see that. Let me explain something to you guys. Let me explain something to you guys about kids. There's an age where you have to introduce it. My daughter's in the biting stage. I had to pick her up from school last week for a fight. She's 16 months.
Dog.
I had to pick her up from school for a fight.
I understand, yeah.
So you have, and the little boy, he just grabbed her face, twisted her face, and just pulled her skin off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. And so I was telling my wife, I was like, I'm glad the call wasn't the other way around. Because I was upset as a parent that my child, got hurt in school and in daycare. But I'm also glad that she wasn't the one that was the aggressive one, because now I'm thinking, all right, we got to do something about this. But she's at the biting stage right now. She's at the frustration stage. I don't know if you see them frustrated, how they cop an attitude, and you have to let them know. There's no other way. Saying no is not the way to let them know what they're doing is wrong at this age. My daughter was trying to read a book in the car today. We just came back from a 6.5-hour trip. She was trying to read a book, and she had it backwards, and she couldn't open it. And she's like, and finally she just throws the book and hits me right in the head. And so you're like, you have to tell them, you have to hit the hand and say, look, that's not right. You can't do that to daddy. You have to do that. And I think that it's a myth for people that say that they don't spank their kids. They don't beat their kids, But I think every child has to learn in some form of discipline by physical touch.
All right, man. Let's get back into it. You in the field with the track stars, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ
Come holler at me
Jeremiah.
if you don't think that's true.
Let's go.